Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be about my post-op day 5 for their tonsillectomy as an adult, and it'll also be on day 6. Sorry I didn't make a video yesterday. I had a lot going on. I really wasn't feeling up to it, so this one will be combined. So just to start off, I took notes so that way I remembered what was happening yesterday. So yesterday I had some I know I've talked about extreme ear pain in the past. That's something that definitely I had throughout the day yesterday. I learned that any cold, it could even just be like in the refrigerator. It doesn't have to be in the freezer, like frozen, but any like cold water, juice, anything like that, and any like frozen popsicles. Those are the two things I tried that caused my ear pain. So those are two things that I definitely now I'm staying away from, so it doesn't cause that, trigger it. So dealt with the ear pain. I also dealt with the scabs. So the areas where my tonsils were are now there's like it's like white. It's kind of gross, but it's like a white bacteria or whatever that scabs over those areas, and then it's supposed to be between day 5 and 10 that actually the scabs come off, and then your body starts healing itself. So those scabs finally started coming off yesterday. I could feel it because when I swallowed, it was like just a different sensation. It felt like something was not stuck in my, well, something like maybe was like a little bit stuck in my throat. So yeah, that's what it was. It's like the scabs started coming off, which was good because I knew like once those come off, then the rest of the process is just healing. So that was productive. Let's see here. Okay, so I wrote this on my notes too. As far as swallowing, yesterday had a significant amount of pain when I did swallow, more than normal the last week or the last 4 or 5 days. And I know that's due to like these areas being like fresh and raw. Yeah, so like if you could limit your swallowing, that's probably going to be the best bet for you. But I'm one of those people, like I'm swallowing like a lot because I feel like I have a lot of saliva in my mouth, so got to stop doing that. I used ice packs, and I didn't bring any in my room with me, but I've talked about that in the past. I have been using ice packs like around the clock, like even in the middle of the night. Like I'll wake up and switch it out when my ice pack gets like where it's barely cold. I make sure that it's really cold, and I usually set it like most of it's been like on this side of my neck, because this side was swollen really, really bad, and the swelling has actually gone down like quite a bit. But like right in here and right down here, it was all swollen, so I'd set it there. There were some times where I'd set it, just like anywhere on my neck, and it would feel amazing. I want to say that's like the best spot to set ice packs, but yeah, the more you can use ice packs, like the better, and it feels so good. How about, let's see here, liquid diet. So since my surgery on Thursday, I've been on a strictly liquid diet. Just because my swelling was so bad, pain was so bad, I didn't think I could eat anything. So I've just been drinking chicken broth, water, of course, popsicles up until a couple days ago, or yesterday, and that's pretty much it. I think it was just like water, popsicles, and broth. That was like my main diet. So in this short amount of time, I lost yesterday, and I weighed myself, and I'd lost 9 pounds. It was right around 9 pounds, which I knew that was going to happen. You're on a liquid diet, you can't eat anything, so it's bound to happen. So wasn't really surprised there. But I did have a situation that happened. It was actually like early this morning, but I put it down as last night. So the medication that I'm on, or that I've been taking, is oxycodone 5 milligrams, and it's the liquid form. And I've been taking it, it says 1 to 2 every 4 to 6 hours. So I pretty much like split it up. So I would take like half of that dose, and then like 2 hours later take the second half of that dose, and then like kind of stagger it or whatever, and then keep doing that or whatever. But I took an extra dose yesterday because that ear pain was so bad, and taking that extra dose and staying on my normal schedule, I knew that I was going to feel really anxious, because it's my PTSD. It's like something that is just there. I get anxiety when and it's only with oxycodone. I've never experienced with my normal medication, which is hydrocodone. So I told my mom last night, if I take this, I'm probably going to have an anxiety attack. And the fact I can't take my anxiety meds because they're benzos, um, that's a problem, right? Like, I'm going to end up going to the hospital. So anyway, about 6 this morning, 6 or 7 this morning, I think it's closer to 7, I ended up going to the hospital. I had a really bad panic attack. My heart rate was like 130 something. Um, if any of you guys have ever had panic attacks, you know like the feeling and how crappy it is, and your hands go numb, your legs go numb, your heart, is racing, you have that shortness of breath, like all of the symptoms. So I ended up going to the hospital. They gave me an anxiety pill there and just calmed me down or whatever. So yeah, so that's kind of what I went through. So that's for day 5. So, oh, actually, and then one thing I'll talk about this for day 6. Okay, so day 6, since I went to the hospital early this morning, they did give me that anxiety pill, which made me really drowsy. I hadn't slept in 2 days, and that was due to, anxiety, not being on my anxiety medication, being on opiates, and just not being able to sleep. So they gave me that pill, made me really drowsy, so I slept like 5 hours today during the day, which that was amazing. I feel like I slept 20 hours. The scabs, so the doctor looked down my throat, and then I had my mom look down my throat. And both of them said that the majority of the scabs are gone. There's obviously still some there, but a lot of it is gone, which is good. Oh, sorry, hold on. The one thing the doctor did say is it was good. He said there's no bleeding at all, which I know I've heard horror stories of some people that have hemorrhaged, had to go back into the emergency room and have everything cauterized again. And so that was one thing. I was trying to make sure that obviously was not going to happen. So no bleeding, so we were in the clear there, so that's good. I have had some mild ear pain off and on today. When I got home from the hospital, I know I had some because I had the ice packs on my ears, and more pressure I put on it, usually that seems to help more. But yeah, like right now, I have no ear pain. It's just been very, like, moderate, I guess you would say, like, throughout the day with that. My husband did call me earlier on the phone, and we get 20-minute phone calls, and I know we weren't going to be able to talk that much. Like, I'm usually the talker, so it's usually not a problem for me. And he's, he has stuff to say, but he's pretty quiet. He's a good listener. And so he's not used to it, though. So I sat on the phone and I was like, okay, like, you got to talk. I can't talk this whole time. Like, my mouth is, it hurts to talk. So we got like 6 minutes into the phone call, and I couldn't, do it anymore. So he told me he was going to call me back this afternoon. So yeah, so that's one thing I noticed is that I'm definitely like not healed as far as like being able to talk, and I know my voice is still a little weird to me at least. So yeah, that's something I know that over time it's gonna go back to normal. So I did, my hair is wet, so you guys probably see that. I just did take a shower. I didn't take a hot shower. I took like a warm shower. I read somewhere that you're not supposed to take hot showers the first week after surgery for some reason. So I took a warm shower, felt so good. And I noticed, like, so when I went in, I was still like having pain when I swallowed. But when I got out of the shower, like, there was some pain, but it wasn't as bad. So I don't know if that just kind of like loosened everything up or what happened, but I'm just going to sum it up to the shower worked, I guess, because I don't know how to explain it. Okay, and so, well, no, I got a couple things. Another thing that I did after I took a shower today was I talked to my mom about eating because I've been on like a solid diet, like I told you guys. Um, and it would be nice to be able to eat some solid food. So mashed potatoes. I She made some mashed potatoes and I asked her to put butter on it. And she said she didn't because of the salt and she didn't want it to like sting because of the wounds being like new. And I was like, oh no, no, just like put it on there. Like, I don't think it'll bother it. And like the first bite, I didn't feel anything different. Like I was able to like eat it. Like it went down. That was my first solid food in like 6 days or whatever. But the second bite, I could feel like in the area, the areas of the where the tonsils were, there was like a stinging sensation, and I didn't want to like keep triggering that and have it be really bad, so I just didn't eat any more of that, like the buttery part of it. So I ate some dry mashed potatoes though, and it was just good, I guess, having like some solid food. I got like 5 or 6 bites, spoonfuls down, which was good. Um, or just getting to that routine of like swallowing whole foods and stuff like that, I guess, is a good thing for sure. So I was actually very happy and proud of myself that I ate something solid today. Okay, and then tomorrow I think I heard scrambled eggs are really good, and I'm not an egg person, um but I think tomorrow I might try that just to see how that goes. Okay, I weighed myself today and I'm down 10 pounds. Exactly. So we'll see, since I'm starting to eat solid foods, if I'm still going to be losing weight like that or if it's just going to kind of, um, like where it comes to a head, peak, I guess, plateau, whatever you want to call it. I did use ice packs today. Like I said, my ears were bothering me. I was having a lot of ear pain, so I put ice packs on both sides of my head. Early this morning, I had some on my neck to bring swelling down, but for the most part, my swelling isn't as bad as it was before. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is my medication. So I was on oxycodone, and when I went to the hospital, I said it'd be a good idea if I switched back to my original medication because it didn't cause panic attacks. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the prescribed hydrocodone in liquid form, and then 3 hours later I take ibuprofen, which I'd never taken in the past. I was told not to do that. But the doctor at the hospital said that'd be fine. So I did 3 hours hydrocodone, and then 3 hours later ibuprofen, and then 3 hours later hydrocodone, and then 3 hours later ibuprofen. So I'm just, staggering it pretty much, because I wanted to see if taking the ibuprofen, if that additionally was going to help with some of the pain that I was experiencing. And so far, like, I seem to be in less pain than I've been in the last, 5 days. So, sorry, I keep like burping or wanting to burp. So that's a good thing. I'm glad I switched, and I'm gonna, I think, continue on that pain regimen. And then as soon as the pain is definitely tolerable, then I'm gonna get off of the narcotic medication that I'm on, that was prescribed the liquid form. But it's not really going to make a difference because my normal pain medication that I take for my chronic neck pain is it's the same milligram hydrocodone, so I'll just be taking it in pill form instead of the liquid form. And then the very last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was my post-op appointment is scheduled on Thursday, so 2 days, less than 2 days from now. So I'll go in and he'll probably obviously look down my throat, see how everything is progressing with the healing process, and tell me if everything looks good, if it looks like there's any infections or any complications or problems. And then I think at that point, that's when he could also give me a letter to return to work, if he feels like everything is healing or healed at that point. So that should be day 8 that I have my appointment. So crossing my fingers, everything goes well with that. Other than that's my update for day 5 and day 6 post-op adult tonsillectomy. I'm still gonna do updates, I want to say up until, I'll probably do them until day 10. at least until day 8 when I go in for my post-op, so I could let you guys know how all of that went. But I think I'll do like up until day 10. And then once again, if I could talk, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below in the comment section. I'll definitely take a look at them and answer them. And go ahead, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and hit the little bell if you want to be notified of any future videos I do. So this channel, I should say, I created it to follow my husband's journey because he is incarcerated, and so a lot of my videos are revolved around that, or revolved around his court stuff. It's revolved around our visiting and, like any messages that I want to give other women that are going through relationships with somebody incarcerated. And then I also do videos like this type of stuff, dealing with my everyday life, things that I'm going through. Because I think, it's helpful, like certain things like this. I had neck surgery 2 years ago and a total disc replacement. You can see the scar a little bit. And I did updates for my surgery there as well. And I got a lot of views, and I got a lot of questions and stuff like that. I still get a lot of questions on this videos. So I think it's helpful, just for anybody else that's going through surgery that may be looking at videos and maybe is relating to some of the symptoms that you're going through. It's like comforting to know that somebody else is going through those same things. So I do it more as a tool, to definitely help other people. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's kind of a long video, sorry guys. But again, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. And I love you all. Thanks for tuning in, and have a fabulous rest of your Tuesday. All right, bye.